Even though mrbeast still hasn't been able to make it to the top 5 YouTubers yet, it's hard to ignore his name because almost everyone knows. And we also know that he's probably the only person who'd make a ramen pool just for a video. Have you ever thought about the insane lengths he goes to replicate movies and shows? Well, hold tight because we'll tell you everything he's done to make YouTube content. First off, he spent millions on the Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory video. We still have no idea where he gets the money from because we doubt that YouTube alone pays millions of dollars every day. Going through his videos on the channel, one can see him giving thousands of dollars away or just casually trying a $10,000 steak. But then the question arises, how much did he spend on that Willy Wonka video if these regular videos cost him so much? The final cash prize offered to the contestants was $500,000, so we're confident that the making of that video costs anywhere from $4 to $5 million. After all, creating the whole replica of the chocolate factory isn't as cheap as it may seem. The only thing the YouTuber couldn't fit in the factory was that dramatic glass elevator that went left, right, and even in the space. Next up, he can even get Gordon Ramsay to be a part of his videos. This might be the most insane length he's ever gone while filming a video. The Hell's Kitchen star is famous for his roasting techniques, both food and humans, and he was the last person we'd ever have imagined seeing in a mrbeast video. And on top of that, our favorite chef wasn't turning the people into stupid sandwiches. In fact, he talked nicely to all the participants. Well, not all nice and good because he wasn't shy of spitting the pedestrian dessert that one of the participants made right back into the dish. Also, just so you know, Gordon Ramsay is no ordinary chef. He's one of the most famous ones out there, and you'll be surprised to know the paycheck he receives for each of the episodes he does for any show. Yeah, he earns anywhere between $225,000 to $300,000 per episode, and we're sure that mrbeast had to pay him a bit extra because of all those not-so-chef people participating. Looks like we need an interview with Gordon to know everything mrbeast had to do to get him on board. And he's the only one who'd actually get chocolate doors built. There's no way in the world that we'd try making a door out of chocolate, but here we're talking about mrbeast, who's known for going the extra mile for his videos, especially when the video replicates a movie. Just like that, mrbeast added a massive chocolate door to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory replica. One of the contestants even bit into the door, which of course is a way of telling the audience that he is no joke. Oh, he even made a marshmallow room in the factory, but it wasn't as exciting as the chocolate door because it was all made out of foam and other soft stuff, but not real marshmallows. Also, you were wrong if you thought the waterfall didn't have any chocolate in it. Remember the chocolate waterfall from his Willy Wonka video? Did you also think that it didn't have real chocolate in it? Well, surprise, real chocolate was flowing through it. However, we're not really sure whether the chocolate powder was dissolved in water or milk. When mrbeast posted about this waterfall on his Twitter, some of the fans discussed the possibility of the presence of milk there, but one of the fans said that milk goes bad very fast, so it's impossible for it to be there, and the mixture used in it is possibly water and chocolate powder. Well, whatever that was, we wonder if we could enjoy a nice swim there. If not, then at least we could drink a bit of hot chocolate. Furthermore, we don't see anyone giving away $456,000 on a Netflix recreation. Yes, the Netflix show had a bigger prize, but it wasn't real, and we all know that. However, mrbeast offered quite a huge amount, and the winner of his Squid Game challenge received a whopping $465,000. Trizon, who played as number 079 in this real-life Squid Game, beat a total of 455 competitors in similar challenges that we watched in Netflix's Squid Game. These games included the Dalgona Challenge, Red Light, Green Light, Marbles, Tug of War, and Glass Stepping Stones. While we're still surprised by the amount of money paid as a prize, another thing keeps us up at night. How did this man convince a total of 456 people to participate in something like this? After all, he doesn't have a gong yu to convince everyone. You know, no one can really say no to that handsome hunk, can we? Not just that, he isn't even scared of stirring controversy. Everyone who has watched Squid Game knows the real meaning behind its plot. The show was meant to highlight the rising household debt problem in South Korea and was obviously very close to everyone's hearts, especially the ones who are in desperate need of money. However, mrbeast's stunt didn't include that very meaning in it. In fact, it was more like a mocking situation where he flaunted the prize money. Honestly, we won't dare to comment on his intentions, but this is what made many people think that this recreation wasn't a good one, and that's how the stunt stirred a severe controversy against the YouTuber. According to The Guardian, the household debt in South Korea has peaked at over 100% of GDP. These are some values that have never been seen in any Asian country. It's a big problem for the Korean youth because the income gap is widening dramatically. This in turn is also affecting the unemployment rate and property prices in big cities. So when he came up with recreating Squid Game, many people were not happy with something like this, and honestly, it felt like mrbeast wasn't bothered by it because he never made any comments. Or maybe he understood the situation and decided not to make any statement that it hurt anyone. And just so you know, recreating Squid Game cost him much more than people think. Yes, it's quite understandable that such projects require a lot of money, and most of the funds the YouTuber gets are paid by the sponsors, but we might have guessed the total amount he spent on this stunt wrong. We won't talk about the prize money, money. Let's talk about the money spent on the making of the video. So, a 25-minute video, how much would it cost? Sometimes it doesn't even require us to spend any money, but for this recreation, MrBeast spent a whopping $3.5 million. Now, if we compare the 25-minute video and the 9-episode Squid Game show, you'll be able to see the difference. The Korean producers produced 9 episodes on a budget of $21.4 million. However, spending almost the same amount that Netflix possibly spent on an hour-long episode just for 25 minutes of fun sounds, ridiculous to us, honestly. This was one reason why people were so hurt by the recreation, because clearly it was all about flaunting money. But maybe the perception is wrong, but then again, we're no one to judge both YouTube and the public. Lastly, MrBeast has confirmed that his new project will be much bigger than Squid Game. With his high fan following, it's evident that he would never just sit still and make no content. Even the people who simply know that a guy named MrBeast exists in this world would know that he's famous for the fat-budget Squid Game recreation. The project was huge, but the YouTuber says that he's working on an even bigger project. On the 10th of March 2022, the YouTuber announced that he'd be posting 2 ginormous videos soon. However, that's not what the new project was about. In the same thread of tweets, he said that the fans must give him a few months, as he's been working on another video. The guy claimed that it'd be his best video ever and would be much bigger than the Squid Game. He also claimed that the new secret project would be a success, as it's very interesting and insane, and he has no doubts about it being the top one. And just so you know, this wasn't the first time he talked about a grander Squid Game successor. A few months ago, during an interview, when asked whether he had any new bigger ideas for new videos, the YouTuber said that he'd use all the knowledge he's learned from Squid Game. Not just that, he refused to talk about it and said that if he were to tell anyone about it, he'd also have to kill the secret holder. Even now, he hasn't revealed anything about the new grand project, but we have a feeling that the time is near, so probably MrBeast fans will have something exciting to watch soon. For now, this is all we've got for you, fam. Let us know what you think about everything MrBeast does for recreating movies and shows in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.